Hi, everyone. I am Pat Simmons, and welcome to my 12 Days of Christmas with a reading from one of my 12 Christmas novellas every day. For those of you that have never read any of my Christmas stories, they're all Christian based. No Santa, no magic, just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And so, A Christian Christmas was my very first novella that I wanted to show readers the true meaning of Christmas between two characters that was, I guess you could say, just went overboard with Christmas commercially. And my male character showed her what a compassionate Christian Christmas looks like. So without further ado, here we go. And again, I'm reading from the first Christmas novella I've ever read or ever written, A Christian Christmas. Joy Knight juggled her purchases as she moved forward in the checkout line in Kohl's department store. Armed with her coupons and cash, Joy had gotten everything on her list plus a few extras. Hopefully, the small toys she snagged for Christmas gifts wouldn't put that much of a dent into her grocery money. I should have started Christmas shopping earlier in the year instead of waiting until November, she thought. Her credit card was deemed untouchable by the balance itching toward the max. Her small Christmas or her small shopping cart seemed like a bottomless pit as she placed training pants, clothes, shoes, housewares, and the few toys on the conveyor belt. The clerk scanned each purchase with ease, but Joy began to worry as she watched the cash register display. She had mentally calculated her total. Something was wrong. They had to honor the advertised specials, didn't they? That will be $127.13, the young cashier stated as she stretched the plastic bag with the last three stuffed animals. No, there was no way I could be off $21 with tax. No way. Joy dared a glance over her shoulder and groaned. She hated when a patron held other customers in line hostage for petty stuff. Cringing, Joy exhaled because she was about to become that culprit. If she didn't question a few prices, then the cashier would have to start removing some of her purchases. Leaning closer to the woman with the ad insert, Joy pointed to the display listing the cost of the items. Excuse me, the training pants are on sale, and so are these two sweaters. Will you check, please? Otherwise, I don't have enough money for everything. A look of uncertainty crossed the cashier's face. The young woman reached for the intercom phone to page for help. That's when the snickers and the huffs and the insult rippled behind her. Plastering a smile on her face, Joy turned to apologize. A bulky older man with more wrinkles lining his forehead than she wanted to count stared down at her. Leaving well enough alone, Joy faced the cashier again. Just a moment, madam. My supervisor is coming to assist me. The cashier paused, lowered her voice. It's my first day. Great. Joy exhaled slowly, keeping a smile in place. Oh, come on, lady. A complaint down the line led the chorus of copycats. She knew she didn't have enough money when she got that stuff, a woman with a mannish voice snapped. Joy took a deep breath so as not to respond. After all, she was a professional, a mature adult, and a woman who was out of money. Can you call for backup or open another line? A man yelled, then mumbled some choice words that stung Joy's ears. It wasn't worth the humiliation. Just take off some items to reduce my total to $106, including tax. Start with the toys. Joy just wanted to get out of the store. I definitely will survive. Towering over most of the customers ahead of him in line, Christian Andersen was offended himself at the insults hurled at the lady at the checkout. The vulgarity and the lack of patience was unwarranted. He had noticed the pretty lady earlier roaming the aisles. The heels, fitted suit, and her demeanor hinted she had just left work. She never made eye contact with him as she gnawed on her lips, comparing the merchandise. Now he felt embarrassed for her, especially when a woman attacked her uppity attire. He happened to like women in black. Christian had had enough. It was time for him to be part of the solution. Pardon me, excuse me, Christian said as he made his way to the front, digging in his back jean pocket for his wallet. Here, let the lady keep everything. He handed the cashier a $50 bill, dismissing the damsel in distress's protest. He reclaimed his spot in the back of the line. An elderly woman wearing a dark wool coat and a colorful scarf tilted her chin to meet his eyes. She gave him an awestruck look. You're a secret Santa! Shaking his head, Christian smiled. At 6'2", he towered over the woman by a good foot. No, I'm a Christian. It's no secret. Christian heard someone grunt. Immediately, he scanned the line for the offender. Muscular, fit, and sometimes bearing a cocky attitude for the right reason, Christian had no problem asking the person to repeat himself. But the line began to move speedily after that. When Christian began put his three items on the counter, the woman smiled at him. That was nice of you. Christian shrugged. His generosity was never about him. God was the one who made it possible for him and his family to have the wealth they possessed. Taking his receipt and bag, he strolled out to the parking lot. He didn't expect to see his damsel in distress still wrestling with her purchases. He slowly approached her. The woman was actually rearranging things in her SUV to make rooms for her bags. Need any help? He asked. And I'll close there. Make sure you download your copy of A Christian Christmas and see the feel-good story that will let you know what Christmas is all about. Okay, join me tomorrow for 11 days before Christmas, where I'll read another excerpt of my Christian Christmas books. Join me, patsimmons.net, or subscribe to this channel. Bye.